If you're over 65 and not having sex, this might be more serious than you think. New research is revealing that a lack of physical intimacy in older adults may be linked to increased risks of memory decline, mood disorders, and even heart health complications. This isn't about romance, it's about your body's need for human connection and touch, which scientists say plays a bigger role in aging than most people realize. You might feel like sex is something to leave in the past, but what if staying connected in this way could protect your brain, lower your blood pressure, and even help you sleep better? If you've been silently wondering whether intimacy still matters at this age, you're not alone. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover what doctors really want you to know and the gentle steps you can take to protect your well-being starting today. If you're passionate about aging with strength, clarity, and confidence, you're in the right place. Every day, we dive into powerful, research-backed tips to help you stay energized, connected, and in control of your health after 60. So go ahead, tap that subscribe button, and become part of our Healthy Wise Living family. Now let's start this conversation together. Do you think emotional and physical intimacy still plays a vital role in well-being after 65? I'm genuinely curious. Type yes or no in the comments. There's no judgment here, just a safe space to share and support one another. Your experience matters, and you might be surprised how many others feel just like you do. So don't just watch, be part of this moment. Let's build a community where growing older means growing wiser together. Hi, welcome to Healthy Wise Living. If you're over 60, you know aging isn't just about getting older, it's about living well and staying active in every part of your life. Here, we offer practical, research-backed wellness tips that focus on what really matters: your health, your energy, and your happiness as you age. Whether it's improving your physical strength, keeping your mind sharp, or nurturing your emotional well-being, we're here to help you live life to the fullest with joy and confidence. If you're ready to age smarter and feel your best, you're in the right place. Let's get started. As we age, many people silently accept that intimacy just fades away, that it's a natural part of getting older. But here's the surprising truth: giving up on physical closeness, especially after 65, may have deeper health consequences than most realize. This isn't just about libido or romance. Doctors and geriatric health experts are sounding the alarm that the absence of intimate connection, even simple physical affection, may contribute to a host of physical and emotional challenges. Studies have shown that sexual inactivity in seniors is linked to increased inflammation, poor sleep quality, and weakened immune function. That means your body becomes more vulnerable to illness and stress, but it doesn't stop there. Researchers from respected institutions like Harvard and the Mayo Clinic have found that lack of intimacy may also accelerate cognitive decline, affecting memory, focus, and overall brain health. It's not that sex is a cure-all, it's that human connection, especially the kind that comes from physical closeness, releases important hormones like oxytocin and dopamine, which help regulate mood, reduce anxiety, and support cardiovascular function. For many older adults, the absence of intimacy can also lead to isolation, a sense of loss, or even depression, especially after a partner passes away or during long-term care situations where emotional and physical needs may be overlooked. It's not about pressuring anyone into something they're uncomfortable with. It's about recognizing that intimacy in its many forms plays a vital role in healthy aging. Whether it's a gentle touch, cuddling, or simply holding hands, the need for connection doesn't disappear with age, and ignoring it can quietly chip away at both emotional and physical well-being. So the question isn't, should sex matter after? The better question is, how can we embrace safe, meaningful connection that supports our health for years to come? Before we go any further, here's something important and something almost no one is talking about. There's a lesser-known biological reason why intimacy in older adults may be directly tied to how quickly we age, and it's not just about hormones or emotion. It has to do with something called cellular aging, a process that quietly accelerates when the body experiences long-term loneliness, lack of touch, and emotional disconnection. In fact, new studies in the field of psychoneuroimmunology, the science of how the brain, nervous system, and immune system interact, are revealing that intimacy, even non-sexual physical affection, may help regulate stress at the cellular level. That's right, avoiding closeness doesn't just impact how you feel emotionally. It could be affecting your cell's ability to repair, your heart's ability to stabilize, and your brain's capacity to maintain memory. And the most eye-opening part, there's one simple practice that doctors now believe can slow this aging effect dramatically, even if you haven't been intimate in years or don't have a partner right now. So don't click away, because in just a few minutes, I'll show you exactly what that practice is. It's safe, it's science-based, and it's completely within your control. No prescriptions, no awkward conversations. It might sound simple at first, but the way it impacts your nervous system could be the key to unlocking better sleep, lower blood pressure, and even a brighter mood. You deserve to feel connected, valued, and vibrant, and the answer isn't found in a pill bottle, but in something far more human. We're just getting started, and what comes next may shift the way you think about aging, touch, and emotional wellness for good. Physical health risks of no sex in older age. Let's talk openly about what happens to the body when intimacy fades later in life. Not to judge, but to understand. Because the truth is, sex and physical closeness aren't just about pleasure, they play a real role in keeping the body healthy. First, let's look at the immune system. When you stop engaging in intimate connection, especially the kind that brings emotional comfort and closeness, your body may start to produce more of the stress hormone cortisol. Over time, elevated cortisol weakens your immune response, making you more susceptible to colds, infections, and slower recovery from illness. Even gentle physical touch has been shown to lower stress markers and improve immune cell activity. Next, there's your heart health. Cardiologists are now seeing a link between intimacy and reduced risk of heart disease in seniors. Regular sexual activity or even affectionate physical closeness can help lower blood pressure and improve heart rate variability, which is a key indicator of cardiovascular resilience. When intimacy is absent, the opposite may occur: higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, and a greater risk of heart-related complications. Then there's something most people don't expect: the stiffness and pain in joints that comes from poor blood circulation. Sexual activity, even low intensity, increases blood flow throughout the body. It supports joint mobility, muscle flexibility, and oxygen delivery to tissues, all of which help you feel more limber and less ache. Without that regular stimulation, the body may experience more stiffness, especially in the hips, back, and legs. This isn't about forcing yourself into something uncomfortable. It's about understanding how connection in any form can have lasting effects on your physical vitality. Whether it's intimacy with a partner, affectionate touch, or even self-connection practices like massage or mindful movement, there are ways to keep your body responsive, resilient, and well-nourished, even without traditional sex. Your body doesn't stop needing care and contact just because the calendar says you're older. In fact, it needs it now more than ever. And the good news is, it's never too late to begin again. Emotional and cognitive effects. Let's take a moment to talk about something that often goes unspoken: the emotional weight of losing intimacy in later life. Because it's not just the absence of physical touch, it's the quiet loneliness that can creep in when connection starts to fade. Many people over 65 feel a shift they can't always explain, a sense of disconnection, even when surrounded by others. The truth is, intimacy plays a bigger role in emotional health than we often acknowledge. When we no longer feel desired, close, or needed in a physical sense, it can stir feelings of rejection, loss, or even low self-worth. Over time, this emotional distance can snowball into chronic loneliness, which health experts now recognize as a serious health risk comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That loneliness doesn't just affect your mood. It's directly linked to a higher risk of depression in seniors, especially for those who've lost a long-term partner or whose lives have slowed down socially. When physical connection disappears, the body stops releasing feel-good hormones like oxytocin and serotonin, which help regulate emotions, calm the nervous system, and build resilience. Without them, sadness can settle in deeper and linger longer. But it's not just emotional health that's affected. Cognitive function also takes a hit. A lack of close, affectionate contact has been shown to impact memory recall, focus, and verbal fluency. That's because intimacy, whether it's hugging, cuddling, or more, stimulates areas of the brain responsible for emotional regulation and memory retention. Without it, these areas can become less active, which may lead to slower recall or increased forgetfulness. The good news is, it's never too late to nurture emotional connection, even in simple ways. Holding someone's hand, sharing a heartfelt conversation, making time for laughter or a meaningful hug. These small acts can reignite the emotional and cognitive energy your body still craves. Aging doesn't mean fading, it means finding new, tender ways to stay connected to others and to yourself. And in that kind of closeness, it heals more than we often. Relationship impact. Let's talk about relationships, not just romantic ones, but any connection built on trust, comfort, and care. As we age, many couples find their physical connection shifting. For some, that shift brings relief. For others, it creates quiet distance. But what often goes unspoken is how important intimacy in any form is to keeping emotional closeness alive. Intimacy isn't about performance or frequency, it's about presence. It's about carving out space to see and be seen, to feel safe, wanted, and emotionally anchored to another person. Whether you've been with someone for decades or are navigating new relationships, emotional connection grows stronger through physical closeness. Even something as simple as a hand on the shoulder or a quiet cuddle during a movie. And touch, it's far more powerful than we give it credit. The skin is the body's largest sensory organ, and when we're touched in a caring, intentional way, something remarkable happens. The brain begins to release oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. Oxytocin not only strengthens trust and attachment, it also lowers stress hormones like cortisol and helps reduce symptoms of anxiety and restlessness. For seniors navigating the challenges of aging, changing health, family dynamics, or even grief, this kind of grounded, nurturing contact can be incredibly healing. It reminds the body that it's not alone. It helps partners reconnect after emotional distance, and it creates a shared sense of safety and calm that words sometimes can't reach. This doesn't mean you need to force intimacy where it no longer feels right. It means honoring the connection you do have and exploring ways to keep it emotionally nourished. That could be sharing a slow dance in the kitchen, giving a loving shoulder rub, or simply lying close without words. The point is, intimacy is a tool, not an obligation. And when used with love and intention, it strengthens relationships, softens stress, and reminds us that even in our later years, we are still deeply worthy of love, affection, and meaningful touch. What doctors now recommend. Here's the good news: staying connected physically and emotionally after 65 doesn't require a dramatic change, just a gentle, intentional shift in how we approach closeness. Doctors and geriatric health experts are now emphasizing connection over performance and presence over pressure. One of the first things doctors recommend is open, honest communication with your partner. That may sound simple, but it's powerful. Talk about how your body and needs have changed, and be willing to listen without judgment. Many older adults carry silent fears of rejection or inadequacy. Just saying, "I miss being close to you," can be the first step in rebuilding trust and affection. Next, redefine what intimacy looks like. It doesn't have to mean intercourse. In fact, many seniors are turning to light, physical touch as a meaningful way to bond. Holding hands during a walk, sharing a gentle massage, or lying side by side while watching a favorite show can all bring back feelings of safety, warmth, and connection. These moments still release important brain chemicals that promote relaxation and happiness without the need for performance or pressure. Doctors are also encouraging seniors to reintroduce physical closeness gradually and in fun, low-stress ways. Gentle partner stretches in the morning, slow dancing in the kitchen, or even a simple daily hug routine can help restore body awareness and emotional comfort. These activities ease the body into touch while inviting light movement, improved flexibility, and shared laughter, which are all healing in their own way. And if pain, health conditions, or anxiety have made intimacy feel out of reach, it's okay. Talk to a trusted healthcare provider. There are now many tools, therapies, and strategies that are safe, respectful, and adapted for older bodies and minds. Most importantly, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Your journey is uniquely yours. What matters is nurturing affection and care in ways that feel authentic and life-giving for you and your partner. Because intimacy in later life isn't about going back, it's about moving forward with grace, honesty, and a renewed sense of emotional and physical connection. Before we go on, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these changes in your own life, emotionally, physically, or in your relationships? Maybe you felt a little more distant from your partner, Or maybe you're just realizing how much touch has been missed. Let me know in the comments. Even a simple yes helps us know we're not alone. And here's something important. What's been your biggest barrier to intimacy lately? Is it fear, pain, awkwardness, grief? Whatever it is, you're not the only one feeling it. Drop it in the comments. Let's build a space where we can support each other without shame or judgment. Sometimes just reading someone else's story reminds us that we're part of a much bigger, more compassionate community. This is your moment to be seen and to see others who are walking a similar path. So scroll down, leave a comment, and let's keep this conversation going. You never know who your words might help today. Let's clear up one of the biggest myths out there, that older adults naturally lose interest in intimacy. It's a belief so common that many seniors start to doubt their own feelings, thinking, maybe I'm not supposed to want closeness anymore. But here's the truth. Research consistently shows that many people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s still crave emotional and physical connection. And that's completely normal. The real roadblocks often aren't about desire, they're about hidden lifestyle factors. For example, many prescription medications used to treat common age-related conditions like high blood pressure, depression, or arthritis can interfere with libido, mood, or physical response. It's not that you've lost interest, it's that your body might be reacting to a chemical imbalance. Another overlooked factor, sleep. As we age, our sleep patterns often shift, and poor sleep quality can lower energy, dampen mood, and increase irritability, all of which affect intimacy. If you're constantly tired, it's hard to feel emotionally or physically available. And let's not forget diet. Heavy meals, low hydration, and nutrient deficiencies, especially in magnesium, B vitamins, and omega-3s, can lead to inflammation, hormone imbalances, and sluggish circulation. All of these impact how your body responds during moments of closeness. So what's the takeaway here? If you felt disconnected or assumed your desire is gone, it might be worth asking a different question. What else might be getting in the way? Sometimes, a medication adjustment, a change in sleep habits, or a boost in nutrition can make a world of difference. Your interest in connection is not something to be embarrassed by. It's a vital sign of emotional well-being and aliveness, and with the right support and adjustments, that closeness you've been missing might be closer than you think. If today's message gave you a new perspective, even just a small shift in how you think about connection or aging, tap that thumbs up button. It tells us this kind of content mattered. And if someone you care about, maybe a close friend, a sibling, or even a parent, has ever felt isolated, withdrawn, or unsure about intimacy in later life, send this video their way. You never know how powerful it can be for someone to hear. You're not alone, and what you're feeling is completely valid. Here at Healthy Wise Living, we believe aging isn't about slowing down, it's about living deeper, smarter, and more. Every day, we share real, research-based tips on everything from brain health, to relationships, to energy and mobility, all tailored specifically for life after. So if you're ready to keep growing, learning and reconnecting, subscribe now, and become part of a community that celebrates aging with purpose and heart. We're so glad you're here, and we can't wait to walk this journey with you. And before you go, let us know in the comments what stood out to you today. Your voice might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Until next time, stay well, stay curious, and never stop reaching for connection.